New at 10 tonight, it's a fast-growing crime that could leave you without a home. Officials report property fraud may also lead to devastating financial consequences that people usually do not realize until it's too late.
Fox 17 problem solver Marisa Oberly spoke to the Allegan County Register of Deeds about this issue and how a tool launched today can help protect your family.
Officials in Allegan County say anyone can become a victim of property fraud, even if you do not own a house or land.
While oftentimes a person's most precious asset,
anyone can record anything in the Register of Deeds office, provided that it abides by state law relative to the margins around the paper, the size of the font, relative to an original signature versus a photocopy, and it's got to have a notary on it as well.
Bob Janetsky says it only takes a few minutes for someone to lose their home to property fraud.
People can potentially wreck your credit, take mortgages out against your house, and run away with a lot of money.
The Allegan County Register of Deeds explains it's a hard to detect but easy to commit crime in which scammers file fake deeds to make it appear that they own a house that's not theirs, then trick people to give them cash to rent or buy it. Perpetrators often target properties that belong to older adults or those who spend parts of the year elsewhere. And despite these serious repercussions, Janetsky says his office can only document the land record, not determine its validity under state law, with no requirement to notify the rightful owner either.
It's one of those situations where when it occurs to you, it's devastating.
That's why on Monday, he rolled out a free property fraud alert service. According to Janetsky, it alerts homeowners within a day if their name comes up in any recorded activities at the register's office. They can then call to verify the situation or report it if deemed suspicious. Janetsky says while there's been little to no property fraud cases in recent years, leaders worry an influx of people may change that. Allegan County filed 31,000 land records in 2021, the highest ever.
The white-hot West Michigan real estate market has really driven a lot of those recordings. So the more paper, the more potential for people to potentially engage in nefarious operations.
He encourages people to take the steps needed to keep their families home.
Hopefully this service will get an early attack against any sort of property fraud or title fraud.
And if you would like to sign up for that property fraud alert service, just head to our website at fox17online.com and look for this story. Kalamazoo County also launched the same tool today too, and we have their link there as well. Reporting in Allegan, Marisa Oberly, Fox 17 News.
Meanwhile, if there's an issue you need help looking into, you can call the problem solvers at the number right there on your screen or send an email to problemsolvers@fox17online.com.